What's up guys, it's Aiden Gray here and welcome back to another video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about, yet again, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. This is my Blackmagic. This is the rig, this is it. And today, we are talking about how I rig out my Blackmagic. So, let's get into that. Hey guys, so shortly we are going to be switching over to the overhead so I can tell you about this camera, how I built it and stuff. But right now, I'm just going to tell you quickly about this camera. This is my Blackmagic cinema rig. So it's what I'm going to be it's what I take on movies, it's what I take on sets, it is what I film YouTube videos with. I use it for everything. But sometimes I do configure it differently. If I'm going like a hike, I might build it down because I just want to take something smaller and lighter. But most of the time, like 90% of the time so far, this rig has been what I've been using on a daily basis and for everything that I've been filming. So, without further ado, let's go to the overhead and I'll show you how I build this rig. So guys, we're in the overhead camera now. This is my rig. And let's get disassembling. So guys, we're back, and now I've completely disassembled, except for just a few things. I've completely disassembled my rig. So let's get started from the bare minimum. The Blackmagic, the lens, and the cage. This is how I start out my camera. I have my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, no battery, no SD card, just the camera. I have a Sigma 18-35 1.8, beautiful lens, definitely will be doing a video on it later in the future. And my tilter full cage for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6 and 4K. So, I didn't want to take that off because you just have to do a ton of screws. But this is how I start out my camera rig. I put on the cage, I put on the lens, and let's get going. This is also just the tilt. This I'll get to later when I put on the follow focus. So I always start out putting on my rig by putting on this top handle, because it's just simple. It's the tilter top handle, that's all it's called. So I'll put that on, screw it on, put that on there, through the hot shoe plate on the top of the cage, and then I'll move on to the base plate. Now the base plate, I have got two small rig carbon fiber 15mm rods, and I realized I didn't order bigger ones. I'm going to order bigger ones in the future. I ordered two ones that were too small, so this is part of the follow focus. It's a little just piece of extra rod that you can put on through a clamp that I use for the follow focus. But that's my base plate with the rig, with the two rods, and then the tilter base plate. So that goes on the bottom of the camera here. And there you go, tilter base plate. So next I'm going to put on the battery. This, I have the tilter, by the way, this rig is like 90% tilter products. I went for tilter over small rig because I wanted the one design and also just the sturdier look and feel of the tilter. I just liked it more. I've watched reviews and I just decided that it was better for me. So I've got the tilter V-lock plate and I put that on the back of here through the 15mm rods. And then I have the Swit 95 watt hour V-lock battery that I just slide onto there through the V-lock plate. By the way, Aiden Gray sticker, sponsored. So next off, we're going to go with the monitor. This is the FieldWorld F6 monitor, amazing monitor, love it. It has a sun hood on and just this little thing that it came with. So I'll start off by putting that on. So now I'm going to have to put this sideways. The monitor's going to be out of screen, but it's the only way I can really fit this whole rig into the screen. The one dumb thing about this is I do have to carry around a lot of different little Allen keys. I am hoping on getting a multi-tool in the future, but for now this is how I'm running it, with a ton of little Allen keys. So let's get on to the next item. This is my follow focus, the Tilta Mini follow focus. Now, obviously one of the most popular follow focuses for this kind of rig is the Tilta Nucleus Nano, but I wasn't ready to spend that much money on a follow focus, especially when I don't have other people to focus for me if I'm like using it on a gimbal or anything. So I wanted to go with just a simple follow focus, cheap, small, which was the Tilta Mini follow focus. Brilliant follow focus. This isn't a full review on every item here. It's just me showing you what I got and how I put together my rig. But this is the follow focus I use and I love it. So let's put that on. And now for the ND filter. This ND filter already has all the stuff for the matte box on it, but this is just a regular $250 ND filter. So I just put that on the front here. And now for the matte box. This is the Tilta Mini matte box. It's like the partnered with the Tilta Mini follow focus. It does come with a ton of different rings. This is a 72mm ring that it just slides onto. And it's a great matte box. Just one slot for a regular filter there, one slot for a filter that goes in there, and it just slides onto the front of your camera like this, and you use a little knob here and you tighten it. And voila, matte box is on. I'll close that down for now. And let's get on to the next piece. The next piece I'm going to put on is the SSD, Tilta SSD holder. Just goes on the side just to put your SSD into place. So that just goes up here. Now for the next thing, the handle. This is the Tilta Max handle, and it holds Sony MPF 550 batteries just in there. I don't use it for that, I just use it for the handle feature. But if you wanted to, you could obviously hook it up and use it as a proper handle. So let's just slide that in here. I'm not going to tighten that for now because I still have to put in all the cords. So now let's put in all the cords. HDMI cable, this is a bit big. I would suggest buying the Tilta one that you can buy with this camera. I've actually got that one on order. I just have this one because it's all I had laying around the house. So let's put this in and then plug it into the monitor. Now next is the power battery for the camera. This actually just powers the camera and makes it able to function. And it just plugs into the back of my V-Lock battery. Now for the second to last cable, this is the SSD. I have the Samsung, most popular, Samsung T5 portable SSD, and I just plug it in to the side of my camera. I have the Tilta USB-C cable, so I can just easily plug it in to this camera and not have it get damaged by anything. Very sturdy cable, great length. I would highly recommend if you are going for this kind of filming method. So plug that in there, and now the final thing, the monitor power. Sony MPF dummy battery, just plug it into the back of the monitor, and this goes into the 8 volt in the Tilta V-Lock plate. So this just goes into the back of this little monitor. This monitor supports Sony MPF batteries and LP6 batteries. I decided to go with a dummy battery because I wanted to run all my power from this camera on the Switch 95 watt hour V-Lock battery. And last thing, I'm going to put this back in now that all the cables are in. And there you have it. This is my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K rig. I love this rig. It is amazing. And I would definitely suggest coming up with some of these parts. Obviously, whatever you're expecting to do with this camera, rig it out however you want. Rig it out, change it, throw things out, throw things in, change parts. But this is my rig that I chose for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. And I love it. I use it every day. I find it extremely ergonomic and easy to use. I do have a different gimbal rig, but that could be for a different video. So, now that this is out of the way, let's just head back to the couch for the outro. Well guys, that was my rig. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't have much more to say. So, as I always say, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. So, let's get on to the next. I can't talk.